What's up, everybody? PJ Braun here, president of Blackstone Labs. This is episode number 2, installment number 2 of Project Freak. I got the Freak in here today doing some back. Not ready to show you his face yet. He's doing very, very good with his training so far. And like the last video, we're gonna be pretty exhausting before we get into this video, which is what he's doing right now with some seated pulley curls with a rope attachment. I really like this exercise, especially for pre-exhaust, because you can work with your own body's natural range of motion and exaggerate it. Whereas when you're using any kind of handle, you're limited to pulling into where your torso is. The rope, you can open it up and get a much, much deeper contraction. I have him doing this first to lubricate everything, warm everything up, and then we're gonna get into some aggressive stuff just like we did in the last one. I hope you guys are enjoying these video series so far. And I will take him through each body part with this style of training, and then we're gonna progress into the next phase of his training. I hope it helps you guys, especially the people that are doing the BPJ. And if you're not doing the BPJ, you can utilize this stuff regardless. So without further ado, let's get into some training back with the Freak. So what I like about the rope is you can really exaggerate the range of motion. So you can pull his elbows back farther than if he was using the handle. So this is all pre-exhaust. We're stimulating everything from the bottom all the way up. You gotta row a lot to build a big back, okay guys? So this is, again, just to lubricate everything, get everything going before we get into the hardcore stuff. I will get out of the way so you can watch his range of motion. Alright guys, so this is the variation of a bent over barbell row that I'm going to have him doing. This is the underhand row. Dorian Yates really put these on the map because they work the lats really through more of a stretch. When you get into that underhand or supinated position with your palms, you're going to get a really thorough stretch from the bottom of your lats. The Freak has no, son of a bitch, I almost said his name. The Freak has no weaknesses, however, he does need more lower lat beats and thickness. So we're going to be really primarily focusing on those areas a lot. So a regular barbell row where you're going to have an overhand grip like this, you'll see guys really bent all the way over. Now with the supinated grip, you're going to be a little more upright, so you're not going to be bent over 90 degrees, you're going to be more like 70, okay? And you're coming from a dead hand, the bar is close to your body. You want to keep it close to your body because when you let it go out, you're going to fall forward and it's going to hurt your lower back. So we're keeping this proper military posture, and you're rowing into where your belt will be, into your waist, okay? And these are these meat and potatoes type of compound exercises that are going to really slap that thickness onto your body. So he's going to do a few warm-up sets, and then he's going to get into really his power rowing and really, really squeezing those bottom meat slabs that he has back there. And I'm hoping that through the rest of the year I can really, really bring out that density and width on him. So I will let the Freak take over. to the front lat spread. Good. Good. Squeezing through here. Good. Keep holding it. Good. Now going to your front relax. Just keep that blood in there. There you go. Pump. Now stretch it out. All right, guys, now that he's gotten his heavy compound stuff out of the way, we're getting into what I call the Braun Fitness giant sets. Now, I change these depending on the individual or myself based around strengths and weaknesses. As I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of rows with the Freak because I want that lower back, lower lat thickness to really come out. We're also gonna be incorporating some stretching movements, and this is close to what I have him doing his regular routine now. I am making a slight change just for the sake of the video because I want you guys to see some different variety in some stuff that you may have seen me doing prior videos with myself. But we're gonna start out with a 2-arm dumbbell row, not a regular 1-arm dumbbell row. So you're not gonna be able to go as heavy on these, it's a little more strict, but he's gonna be bent all the way over at 90 degrees, rowing both of the dumbbells at the same time. When he finishes that set, he's gonna go completely upright. Underhand grip again. So now we're pulling from the complete opposite direction that he was pulling when he was doing those heavy compound barbell rows. And this is gonna open everything back up because he's gonna be in such a deep stretch. Now, another great thing about this is that because he's in this stretch position, it's gonna open up everything from the bottom of the spine all the way up from all those bent over compacted movements that he was doing. This is gonna be very good for the stretch aspect of things. From here, he's gonna come over. And this is not hammer strength, this is pre-core. I am more of a hammer strength guy than pre-core. I just think they're built a little bit better. Sorry, pre-core, if you're watching. And he's gonna go to an overhand, both arms at the same time. Heavy row. This one, can't really do the form wrong, so I just want him moving the weight and finishing out, getting all that blood flow in. So there's no breaks until you're done with these, and I'm gonna run him through this 4 times. guys probably see I'm touching him a lot. It's not because he's a big hunky man, I want to feel his body. I find this is something that other trainers, you guys can incorporate this as well. I'm touching where I want him to concentrate the most. And it's just the mind-muscle connection when you have an outside touch. And this is a little bit of bro science, but it's also a little bit of actual study that does suggest that this does work. When you touch an area, it's easier for the mind to send that signal of that's where I need to work. So what I'm doing is I'm touching in the different insertion points of the muscle, not in the belly. You're gonna feel the belly, the meat of the muscle working regardless. So I'm touching way up in his armpit, this insertion through here, teres minor, through the bottom insertion of his lat, because I want him feeling the full range of motion, and I want blood going from top to bottom of each insertion point. And it'll help him fire a little bit more. So if you're somebody that works with a partner, have them help you out like that, where you're touching different spots of the muscle. You can actually easily engage that part just from focusing on, I want the blood to go to where that touch is coming from. So you guys are going to notice that we did some stuff a little bit different at the end of that rotation. Reason being, he had a little bit of a tweak in his lower back, and there's no point to push through pain. This is something I wish that I knew when I was younger. I always thought it was cool to know that I was a warrior and that I could push through pain. When you feel pain, that is your body telling you, don't do this anymore. Your body is very, very smart. It knows when it shouldn't be doing something. So he felt a little tweak in his lower back, and I decided to switch up the last rotation to where we could still work out, but we're giving his lower back a break. He also did hamstrings yesterday, which is gonna make your lower back more tired anyway. So now we're finishing up. We're going back to just a strict isolation exercise. And this one is all about the form. We're gonna do a behind the neck pull down just to the top of the back of the head, okay? Now when I do these, women, you may not have to do this. Men, you're gonna be stiffer, you're not gonna have the same range of motion. It'll be easier for you to get in the right spot by sitting away from the machine. You have your normal lat pull down bar here. You're gonna take your pinky and put it right before where the bar bends. You don't wanna be out too wide on these, okay? Now I put my feet back like this. That way I can still arch up and I can feel very comfortable. When your feet are forward, you're gonna be swinging around. So you're kind of anchoring yourself back with your toes. And when you pull, you're not pulling down to the base of your neck. You're pulling just to behind your head, and think of it just like if you're doing like a biceps pose, but a back double bicep. You're just squeezing that same group of muscles in. Okay, so you see I'm pulling it to the back of my head. Obviously you're not gonna be sitting and twisting around and doing what I'm doing right now. This is dangerous, but it's light enough where I can do it and still talk to you guys. We're gonna come up to full extension, and we're gonna use all those muscles through the scapula to contract back and just follow through and keep that tension through the upper back. This is the stuff that you see coming out in a tank top, or a stringer, or in a bikini, or in a sports bra, whatever. Whatever's opened up, this is what you're gonna see, all those little muscles back there, through here, when you're walking around. This is also gonna pull his shoulders back, and it's going to finish off all of the development of the back that we just did with all our bread and butter stuff. This is not something that you're gonna go heavy on. This is pure isolation and squeezing. You keep the reps high. This is gonna be the last thing he does, finish it off, then he goes and eats, and we move on for the next body part. Let's shoot him from behind on this, so you can see that.
How many sets is he doing?
3. Good, keep that chest nice and high. We're squeezing with everything in here. Hold it right in there. So put your head forward a little bit, there you go. A little farther down. There you go. Squeeze all through here. Fire all this through here. All through there. All these little muscles are gonna fucking pop out so much in your back all the bottom. This is when you're hitting that pose and you're pulling back. This is what you want to focus on, is getting all this detail out. Good. Hold it right here. There you go. I know these are tricky when you're stiff in your shoulders. This is why we do them so light. Good. Any pain anywhere? Anything bothering you in here or anything? Good. Lean forward a little more. Pull. All right, so workout is done. We finished off with some very strict behind the neck pull downs. I didn't have him going full range of motion. I want him just contracting really, really hard. Basically focusing on hitting a back double bi, like the muscles that you're gonna hit and contract and squeeze out when you're hitting a back double bi. So we don't go crazy with the isolation stuff at the end. This is all about just finishing it off, and it's something that's great for all you guys to do. People will tell you don't do behind the neck pull downs. Now, when you're pulling down past external rotation, then yes, it gets dangerous. This is not the most natural motion to be in, and if you have an injury, it's probably something that you should avoid. But if you don't, and you're following proper guidelines, then you're going to be fine, and it's a great addition, especially from a finishing standpoint. Now, for him, this first series of videos is going to be bringing up his weaknesses, and as I said, the Freak doesn't really have glaring weaknesses. He just has such good strengths that we need to balance everything out. After that first series of videos, I'm going to get into some different training that you guys can utilize to keep yourself adapting in the gym, and we'll even get into some eating and some outside of the gym stuff as well. You'll see some videos with me and him as well, and eventually I'll reveal his face for you guys. So that was video number 2. Back. I hope you guys enjoy these. If you have certain things that you want to see more of, please let me know. You can either ask me via DM on Instagram, you can email me, pj@blackstonelabs.com. I'm very easy to get a hold of, so episode number 2 in the books with the Freak. As always, I'm PJ Braun, president of Blackstone Labs. Peace out, bye.